5 turnovers by the Texans yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry. I am hot. I'm hot. My bad. I'm hot. 5 turnovers by the Texans today, yesterday against the number 1 seed in the AFC, Titans. 5 turnovers that they received, not gave away. Texans 22, Titans 13, man. I'm going to start off the day like this, man. It's a positive day because, I didn't think that this team probably would get another win for the rest of the year. So, with that being said, I'd like to give the Texans a round of applause for the effort that they gave yesterday. Yeah, all right, yes. Now let's jump off that high horse for a second, y'all. Let's jump off the high horse for a quick second, because all the great coaches in the world in any sport, they say never what? Never ignore in victory what you would in defeat. Never ignore that. And let's talk about how the Texans actually won this game. Tyrod Taylor made some great plays. He made plays with his feet. The defense won this game, man. The defense showed up yesterday. Terrible weather. They was ready. They made some adjustments that I didn't think Lovie Smith would ever make. Lovie Smith does not blitz at all. He does not blitz. He was blitzing or showing blitz yesterday a lot of times, and it kind of confused Tannehill. And they made it a Tannehill game. The Titans like to run the ball. They still got AP back there. They got Hilliard and stuff. But at the end of the day, I believe the defense is they 5 turnovers. They got 5 turnovers against Miami, but they lost the game. So, the defense been kind of the bright spot of the team this year, if you ask me. What do you think, Yuli? Yeah, Yuli says yes. Yuli says yes. Okay. Yeah, the defense been a bright spot of the game, man. Let's throw some of these highlights up there, man. Number 1, Gruber Hill. Something. Grugier Hill. I actually like him, man. He seems like somebody that's going to be around for a while. He did run out of gas on there. But watch this block Justin Reed puts on Tannehill. Bah! Oh, my goodness. If he would have made a touchdown, that would have been Justin Reed should have got the game ball on that one right there, man. He put that boy, he like, hey. But Tannehill got some wheels, though. Y'all be forgetting about that, man. Tannehill used to be a receiver, man. What we got next? You can just keep him rolling, man. Just keep him moving. Now, this is a good play for Tyrod Taylor. Because he wasn't throwing the ball well at all. The Texans only had 190 yards of total offense yesterday. And Tennessee, they had like about 450 yards of total offense yesterday. So they really, really didn't just but won by 9 points. See, that's the NFL. The NFL is so crazy, man. It is so crazy. Let's be honest, man. The Titans went out there and laid a deuce, man. They dropped a dooski on the field, man. Look at these mistakes. It's just mistake after mistake. And I'm not saying the defense didn't play well, special teams didn't play well. You had to be in position to make those plays as well. So you're doing something right if you're in the position to actually make those plays. But, some of this stuff is just ridiculous, man. I did not think he was going to get in on that, man. But Tyrod a little faster than people think, man. He had to come back from that just awful performance against Miami, man. I know that was his first game back, but that was triple P, man. Piss poor performance. PPP. And what's this one? Oh, another look. Watch this. Desmond King III, man. Props to you, bro. This guy hasn't had an interception in 3 years. 3 years. He got 2. Not 1, but 2. 2 interceptions on Sunday. If I sound like I got a little upbeat step in my pep, a little pep in my step today, it's because I am one of those fans that I just don't like to see my team lose. I could talk about it up here, but I don't like to see them lose. I don't want them to lose. I don't care about the draft picks next year. And, like, getting the number one pick next year is not even that important. It's not like it's a Trevor Lawrence coming out of there, or Mac Jones or something like that. The quarterback talent in next year's draft is less than average at best. So you're going to be probably picking that DN out of Oregon or somebody. I don't know. I mean, who knows, man? But I mean, I'm talking about the top of the draft. It's not a big deal this year for you to be number one pick, man. And people tend to disagree with me behind that. And they're like, well, if we don't get that, we're going to be picking that for the next 5 years. Well, we're probably going to be picking that for the next 4 to 5 years anyway. We're going to be picking in the top 10. This is a tear down to the studs type of rebuild. We haven't even started the rebuild yet. So what I'm saying is, if you're rooting for the Texans to lose, man, like I can't get down with that. I can't get down with that. If they happen to lose and we get a top 5, we're almost guaranteed to be in the top 3 or 4 of the draft next year. I don't like who's in front of us. Detroit. They like, oh. Speaking of Detroit last week, I missed last week. I missed talking about Detroit. Detroit. They can't go 0-16 now because they tied Pittsburgh last week. Now they can go 0-16-1, but they can't go 0-16. They can't go 0-16 because of the extra game, Anyway, shout out to Detroit because they're going to get that number one pick, but it ain't no quarterback in the draft worthy of that number one pick. So, that pick is not as valuable as it's been in years past. Let's keep it moving around the NFL, y'all. Yes. Oh, was that all the highlights from the Texans? Yes. Oh, that's all of them? Okay. All right. Man, if y'all saw that game last night, that Chargers versus Steelers game last night, man, that is the epitome of the Pittsburgh Steelers at this point right now in Bill Roethlisberger's career. They put up 27 points in the fourth quarter and still went up by 3, came back from down by 17 or something like that, and they still blew the game. Now, Justin Herbert, that kid there, man, that guy got something special, man. They got something special out there in there, man. Game of the week, though. Game of the week, Cowboys versus the Kansas City Chiefs. It was the Cowboys, we done made it, versus the Chiefs. Oh, they're falling off. That was the narrative right behind the Chiefs, right? They're falling off. Not so fast, man. Chiefs defense look, man, I don't know. They got a fire lit under their butt yesterday, man. They was all over the place. Chris Jones had 3 sacks, man. If the Chiefs defense continues to play like that, they won't have to score 30 points. But the problem is, will they continue to play like that? Cincinnati Bengals over the Raiders. Let's not talk about the Raiders, man. The Raiders are S show right now. So I mean, they're not good. They're not good. Arizona. Now that was an impressive win, and this is why my power rankings will reflect how impressive that win was in Seattle yesterday, without your starting quarterback or your star receiver. That was a very impressive win by Arizona, 23-13 in Seattle. Minnesota, that bad man, Aaron Rodgers. So they came back and took a 3-point lead, a 7-point lead in the fourth quarter, 31-24. Kirk Cousins, yes, you heard it right here first. Kirk Cousins brought them back, went to the end of the game and kicked the field goal, drove them down the field. All I can say about Kirk Cousins is that was probably the first time I've seen him step up in big moments. So if they continue to do that, man, Minnesota Vikings are going to be a problem. Washington football team, Cam's first start back at I don't know what they call that stadium now, in Carolina, and he wasn't bad. They lost the game, but he wasn't bad, man. He was throwing some dimes out there. Cleveland Browns, the most disappointing team in the NFL right now, is the Cleveland Browns. They are disappointing. 13-10 over the winless Detroit Tigers. That's, man, boy. I tell you, 13-10 versus a winless team, man. I don't know, man. San Francisco and Jacksonville, no need. Baltimore had their backup, and their backup, Hundley, he didn't know that he was going to even start the game until he was loading. He was about to get on the bus to go to the stadium. Oh yeah, by the way, kid, you're starting. And not only did he start, he led the Baltimore Ravens on a game-winning drive on the road. Good job, kid. Good job, kid. And then what most impressed me about the kid, after the game, he was being interviewed. He was like, what you going to do? The first thing you do, he's like, I'm going to go call my mom and dad and thank them. And thank them for what? For putting up with all the stuff to get me to this point. Awesome kid, man. Awesome kid. Because it's a lot putting kids through sports, man. That's a dedication that parents, like, you know, it's a whole nother level of dedication when you got a child that's really good at sports and, you know, you want to give him all the opportunities that he can. So kudos to him, man, for shouting out to his parents, man. The Colts, biggest shock of the day, man, put a 40 burger up on the Bills in Bills Mafia. So it was some road teams that put on some upsets yesterday, man. I give them that, man. It was some road teams, and the Eagles, man. The Eagles went into New Orleans and put a 40 burger on the Saints. That score wasn't really as close as you think, and the Dolphins beat the Jets, whatever that's worth. Whatever that's worth, man. Let's keep it going, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get out this segment, but before I do, I'm gonna do my NFL power rankings. Power rankings. I'm gonna start at number 5. Number 5, I have Tampa Bay. Number 4, I have the Los Angeles Rams. Number 3, I have the Tennessee Titans. I'm sorry, not the Tennessee Titans. I dropped Tennessee Titans off my top 5 because they lost to the Texans at home. You can't lose to that team like to the Texans at home and expect to be in my top 5 the week after. Sorry about that. So you're dropped out. You know, the Baltimore Ravens are number 3 actually because they went into a road game and with their backup, what I just said, who didn't even know that he was going to start until minutes before he got on the bus to go to the stadium. He ain't took the dude ain't took no snaps all week long. And he went in there and pulled out a dub, man. So that's impressive, man. Well, if you can do something like that, I got to put you up there, man. And you're a winning team, man. Baltimore is a great organization, man. Anyway, number 2, Green Bay Packers. They lost. I put them at number 2. They're probably one of the best teams in the NFC. But I couldn't put them above Arizona for the same reason why I put Baltimore at 3. They went in there with Colt McCoy and without DeAndre Hopkins, and they just went in. They went into Seattle, and they impressed. It was very impressive win by them, man. Colt McCoy, I think he threw for like 3 something. So that's a pretty good road win for the Arizona, man. What's up, cuz? Albert Robinson. Like that head. Appreciate that, man. What's the deal? Shoot. Yeah, but we like I said, Arizona's Cardinals are my number 1 team, man. They are definitely my number 1 team. They are really good on defense, really good on special teams. And when Murray is back and Hopkins is back, they're going to be well rested. They're going to be injury-free. Well, not injury-free. Nobody's injury-free. But they're going to be a problem, man. The Arizona Cardinals are going to be a problem for the rest of the year. They're not going to, like, fizz out like how normally they do, you know. They just not going to do that, man. It's not going to happen, man. What do you think? You think the Arizona Cardinals are going to fizz out Yuli? Yuli says no. Who? D. Smith? What's up, D. Smith, man? It's my old classmate, man. I ain't talked to him in years, man. Like, man, he's still out there doing his thing, though, man. That's good, man. Anyway, man, let's go and move on to the college football playoffs and my rankings for the week. And this is about an hour before they actually released the rankings, so this is my rankings, okay? because it's me. And I'm going to start at 7 because to me, these are only 17. You know what? My bad. I'm going to start at 6. I'm going to start at 6. One of these teams not supposed to be in there. 6 teams to me that vying for 4 spots. We know Georgia's in there, right? Number 1. Is there any question? Anybody? Okay. No, nobody's going to argue with that. My number 2 right now, today, Ohio State. I mean, they stuffed a mud hole up in Michigan State, and they was number 7 in the country. The boy, man, it was 49-0 in the second quarter. This was Madden stats. This dude, man, if C.J. Stroud is not your Heisman Trophy winner after putting up 6 touchdowns in the first half, 6 touchdown game, no interceptions, 49-0 at halftime versus the number 1 team number 7 team in the country. Yeah, y'all my number 2, bro. Y'all my number 2 for sure. Number 3. Y'all not gonna like this. Cincinnati, man, Cincinnati, they stomped the mud hole up in SMU, the Mustangs too. It was like 35-0 at halftime or something like that. So yeah. I know people. This year is so crazy that they're not going to have an excuse to leave. If Cincinnati runs the table, and I don't want them to run the table. I want them to run the table for the chaos in the that's going to cause the BCS. But the fact that they have to go through U of H is I'm torn between that. So of course I'm gonna pull for my Cougars. I'm not gonna do that. But if they happen to go and run the table, which they're probably gonna be favored in that game because Cincinnati is a really really good team. Their defense is like top 5 in the country. So and it's a lot of teams in the country. So to be top 5 in the country means something in college football. And last but not least, who am I going with, y'all? Any guesses? Michigan. Good old Harbaugh finally gets his way in. And now, check this out. This is what I want y'all to see. It's so many scenarios. Now, I left 2 teams out of there, which was Notre Dame and I'm sorry, Alabama's number 4. Michigan's number 5. I'm tripping. My bad. I misread that. Alabama's number 4. So right now. So here's my scenario though. Alabama has to play Georgia in the SEC championship, right? If Alabama beats Georgia, Georgia and Alabama is going to be in the college football playoffs. That's how I look at it. They're both going to be in if Alabama beats Georgia. If Georgia beats Alabama, who already has 1 loss, Alabama's out the playoffs. Ohio State bumps up. That, to me, could put Cincinnati in if they run the table. I know this is getting confusing for y'all. Just bear with me for 1 second. Michigan and Ohio State play in a couple weeks. So this week. I think it's this week. So if Michigan beats Ohio State, now Ohio State already has 1 loss as well to Oregon. Oregon got the mud duck beat out of them last week. So they dropped way down. So now that loss versus Oregon looks worse, which takes Ohio State out, puts Michigan in. So your top 4 will be Georgia, Cincinnati, Michigan, and then pick 1 team. It could be either Notre Dame. Notre Dame could get in there. That last spot is gonna be crazy. So that's how crazy. That's what chaos. That's the chaos that I'm talking about when it comes to college football. College football is one of the most chaotic things, and it's always going to be like 2 teams that's going to be unhappy. They're going to be unhappy. They're going to be like, we got screwed. Last year it was A&M. It was A&M last year. This year it's going to be somebody. But if Cincinnati runs that table, they should be in no matter what. That's my belief about that. You know what I'm saying? That last spot is up for grabs because it's going to be so many, because 4 of these teams play each other. So that's going to determine something. I mean, but that the college football committee, man, they so biased, man. They want that money. So they want those big names in there, man. Next up, hot topic of the day, man. We got boys out here swinging bows, man, throwing elbows, like, you know what I'm saying? Out here like they in Houston, Texas, like rolling on bows. Talking about you, LeBron James. What was this about, man? Now, people say LeBron's not a dirty player. It's gonna be it's a slow motion at first. Yeah. LeBron James. See, when people are like, oh man, you know, that couldn't have been a dirty play because LeBron James not a dirty player. He's not. He's never, you know, to me, ever put that dirty player label. Nobody's ever really put that label on him, if as far as I know. But just because you're not a dirty player doesn't mean that was not a dirty play. That was definitely a dirty play. It was calculated. He knew what he was doing. He looked. You know, I'm not saying he aimed for the guy's eye, anything like that. I'm pretty sure. But he intentionally threw that elbow. He just didn't intentionally throw it. He didn't realize that he was throwing it to his face. But that elbow up high was definitely, if it didn't hit him in the face, it was going to hit him in the jaw or the mouth. If it, you know what I mean? Like, if it wouldn't hit him in the eye, it was going to hit him somewhere right here. Because it wasn't like LeBron was like aiming for the rib cage or something like that. He went up high with it with a closed fist, man. So I can understand why the man's mad. What I can't understand is why is it that everybody's giving Stewart a pass? He should not get a pass as well. I know he's the victim in this here, but after they calm you down and to do all this, man, this dude ran through the locker room and tried to wrap around so he could come out on the Lakers side, dog. Like, he was doing the most, man. He's cost himself so much money by doing this, man. I mean, it's not like they're going to kick him out the league, but he's definitely going to get about 7 games probably. And it's not because he didn't throw a punch at all. But I'll tell you what, he was not on that fake outrage stuff like how boys be back in the day. If he would have got close enough to LeBron, man, that'd have been a battle right there. Because, you know, it ain't like LeBron small. It ain't like LeBron small, but I ain't never seen LeBron square up to nobody. So I don't know, man. I don't know. That's the fan point of view right there. Some fan recorded that. That's what, hey, Detroit Lions, y'all might need to go and try to sign this boy put him at DN or something, man. The way he was going through them tackles, man, shoot. I'm just saying, man. And don't compare this to the Malice in the Palace because it was not even that was on a whole different level, man. Let's not go there, man. But as far as LeBron should get at least 2 or 3 games off of this, man, because he's LeBron. Just like I was watching First Take this morning, and Michael Irvin was talking about how he got a letter from the league when he got suspended and got fined, and he wrote an appeal to the commissioner, and the commissioner was like, and he was like, well, the reason why you got fined more than anybody else because you're Michael Irvin and you play for the Cowboys, so we expect you to, because you're a face of the league, okay? So if it was any other player, this would have happened, maybe blah blah blah. It would have been like maybe 1 game suspension. I think LeBron deserves at least about 3 games for this, honestly. Not to say he's a dirty player, but it was definitely a dirty play, man. And I understand the guy's rage, but I just don't, like, after a while, it's like, man, okay, man. It's like 50 people in between you and the person. You're not going to get to him, man. You know, you're not going to get to him. But I have to admire the the soccer wall. You know, like in soccer when they do the penalty kicks and stuff. I have to admire the soccer wall that the Lakers put around LeBron, man. You wasn't getting close to LeBron, bro.
So I got a question.
Okay.
Do you think if he would have got to LeBron, you think he would have swung on LeBron?
Man. Would he have swung on LeBron
if he actually made it there and all of a sudden all that let me through. If he actually got to LeBron and it was time to
I think Well,
but it was surprising though. It was surprising,
and that's where I had my issue at. Is because if he would have reacted right away and when LeBron and started trying to, and swung at him, I would have understood that more of after they done pulled him away and put him to the side and to the bench, and your head coach is telling you to calm down, and then all of a sudden now you want to go big mad. You notched it up a level. You wasn't that mad when you was face to face with LeBron.
Right?
Like it was a dirty play, man. Like I'm not making no excuses for LeBron. It was a terrible play, man. Like, and the funny thing about it, they gave Westbrook a tech in that scrum. How did they pick? Listen, I could talk bad about Westbrook in this game all I want, but I think sometimes, man, like the league be picking on him, man. He was in this post-game interview, and he was like, he didn't even know he got a tech. He didn't even know he got a technical for that. He's like, how did I get a technical? Like, what'd I do? Like, out of all them people doing stuff on there, you decide that you gonna pick out Westbrook in that scrum. Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all gotta do better, league. Y'all gotta do better.
That's what I want to see, though. Like, all that holding, somebody need you, let them go. All right, go ahead.
Now I tell you what, though. It better be some rapid COVID testing going on around that mug today. I tell you that. It better because that boy bleeding all over the place. There was blood flying all over them. Everybody got blood on their shirts and stuff, man. Hey, look here, man. Right after that game, we need to do some rapid testing right here, man. I'm sorry, man.
He wasn't for to do nothing.
We need to get some rapid.
He knew he wasn't gonna get to LeBron.
He knew he wasn't getting that. That's when he.
That's what I was saying. I was like,
you know what?
I wish I
would take that back. If he would have got to LeBron, he probably been so tired that he would like pass.
He would have got to him and be like, he would have stopped like, what's up?
He might have tackled him. He might have tried to tackle him or something.
Yeah, he want to go.
But you think LeBron just gonna stand there and let him just like he gonna matador that boy like, ole, boy, get on out of here, man. That's no crazy man.
Really,
yeah,
man.
you can stop playing that, man. That's enough. One more. That boy went Agent Peterson on that boy, though, man. That boy went Agent AP, man. So hot topic, here we go. Man, look, listen, y'all. I got 3 reasons why Steven Silas should be fired. And I got 3 reasons why he shouldn't. I'll play devil's advocate for a second. The first 3 is 20. These are my numbers. 20, 14, 12. What are those numbers? Anybody? What do those numbers mean when it means to the when it pertains to the Rockets? 20, 14, and 12.
Oh. Wait. It's not their record since he been.
No. Give up. Those are all the losing streaks that the Rockets have had since Silas has been head coach. He's had a 12-game losing streak, currently at 14, and we had a 20-game losing streak last year. So those can get you fired. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Things like people don't like long losing streaks, and then like they had a couple of them where he lost like 12 out of 13 and those type of spans too. You know, I just those are 3 numbers that I remember the losing streaks as well. When he since he's been head coach. So those are the 3 reasons why I think that he if he gets fired. But listen, man. Hey, man, listen, y'all. Ain't nobody finna fire him, man. You don't want to become the team that just rotates head coaches in and out of your organization, man. Then you're not gonna get good, man. 'Cause you got too many voices in these superstars' heads, man. You gotta let them grow, man. Now, Steven Silas, I need you to be a little bit more dedicated to the defensive side of the ball, and I'm not gonna just bounce on them like I'm not gonna just jump on them on just him, because some of it's on the players too. I mean, Christian Woods hasn't completed a bounce pass that in his life. Like like dude, stop. When they pass it to you, just go up, bro. Just go up. He good for like 3. He good for 3 bad passes a night, and 2 of them probably on fast breaks. So you know you can't. And oh man, the hustle the hustle on they defensive side of the ball, it dies in the second half, man.
Yeah, that's conditioning. That's conditioning. That's like you go so hard in that first half, you got to, because playing defense for 4 quarters is hard.
Oh,
so of course.
Hard.
So
and I was trying to make that point earlier when we was talking how the Knicks turned it on about that 7-minute mark of the fourth quarter. All of a sudden you saw a different defense from that Knicks defense.
Yeah.
It got they ratcheted it up a notch. Yeah, like, okay, man, like they because that's their calling card.
Yeah.
And it's not sexy because they can't score. For some reason, but they got scores. It's weird, man.
That's what good defensive teams do, though, man. Like they'll have like a stretch in the game, probably right going into halftime where they kind of back off. Mm-hmm. Maybe the beginning of the third, but then all of a sudden they get that second when they gone.
And I mean, Van Gundy teams was like that. That was his staple, the last 7 minutes is 7 minutes of hell, Like, they're going to give it to you. The last 7 minutes, that you're going to get that best effort from that Rockets team back in the day. Yeah, and Thibodeau was a product of Van Gundy. So, that's his call. I'm just saying, like, I would like to see more of an effort like that. Because I think sometimes they put too much eggs in the first half to where sometimes it's like, sometimes like let some of those stupid fouls go in the first half, so you can be available to be aggressive in the second half. Yeah, if that makes sense. Like you notice they're always somebody in. It's gonna be at least 2 of the starters in foul trouble before halftime. Every night. Save some of those fouls for the fourth quarter when you need them. Listen. I like the nucleus of this group. I don't know what they're gonna do with Porter. It seems like he's regressed a little bit. Porter Jr.
Porter.
He seems like he's regressed a little bit to me.
I don't think so.
I think he has. I think he's regressed a little. I mean, it's not like drastic, but I think he's regressed a little bit. He's trying to find himself.
Okay.
Michigan and Ohio State can't coexist in the college football. The winner next week is the others done. Yeah, Rich. I think that's what I was saying, wasn't it? I think that's what I was saying.
Yeah, he was just he was chiming in on it then.
If he got the LeBron, he think he was, so that's you said that. Yeah, man, like Quincy, Rich, if I don't think there's no way they can put both of them in there because somebody's gonna have 2 losses, and I mean the Ohio State loss looks worse to me than the Michigan. Well, I don't know, man. Shoot, because Michigan lost to Michigan State, and then Michigan State got the brakes beat off of them by Ohio, man. That was, boy, I was actually looking forward to that game, and I was like, man, this is done. Like, I got to go find something else to do. Let me go do some yard work or something, Yeah, man. But, yeah, you're right. Michigan and Ohio State, they can't coexist and I don't think Alabama and should either. Only way that can happen if Alabama convincingly beats Georgia. They have to not barely beat them. I don't know, man. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's too confusing, man. I'm not gonna hurt myself over that, man.
What's this here?
So anyway, okay, I still was on the Silas for a second because I didn't get my 3 reasons why not to. Firing Steven Silas does not solve anything right now. That's my number 1 reason for not firing the man. You gotta give him a chance. It's not gonna solve anything. You're gonna just get another coach that's gonna be losing games, So and then there's an incentive for Houston to win games right now. There's no incentive for us to win games right now. We want to build through the draft. We want to get young talent. I mean, winning games is nothing that they're going to be. It's not a top priority in that building right now, and it's because they're unlike the Texans. They are already in their rebuild. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. We like the Rockets have already started their rebuild.
Yeah.
Versus the Texans are still sitting over there waiting on the rebuild to start.
It'll be next year, right?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully. And you'll start seeing improvement. I guarantee you by February, I ain't gonna say I guarantee you, but I'm predicting that, okay? I'm predicting that by February, this team will be more cohesive on the court. And because they're only 15 games in the season right now.
Yeah, and he just switched.
They haven't found that real rotation, I don't think.
Yeah, because he's starting Eric Gordon now.
Which is weird.
Yeah, no, why not?
Well, I mean,
that's your best. He one of your best players. So I will let him be on the court.
I mean, it's weird that he's still here.
Oh, because it's
weird
injury.
that he's here and he's playing and Wall's not playing. So like that's weird to me. It's like it's those are two of the same type of situations, if you ask. Like, they both getting paid a decent amount of money.
They two different people. They two
different players.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is the situation is it mirrors itself. It's you got an older player, injury prone, making lots of money, taking away minutes from younger players. So if you're gonna have them out there, like if you're gonna have Gordon out there, you should have Wall out there.
Well, Gordon is not taking okay because he's willing to come off the bench. See, Wall ain't willing to come off the bench right now.
Yeah,
he want to play. He want to be the man.
But you ain't the man, dog.
So that's just how it be, man.
Anyway, so firing a coach is something you should do only so many times. That was my point for not firing him.
Yeah.
My top 5 in the NBA, I'm gonna go 5-1. Utah number 5, 11-5. Chicago 12-5, number 4. Brooklyn Nets 12-5, number 3. Number 2, 13-3. Phoenix Suns, and number 1, you know it, the Golden State Warriors, man. Splash Mountain over there. And I think Clay is back in practice now.
We'll see.
They're going to, Lord.
We're going to see.
Hey, one thing that I know is Klay Thompson can shoot that ball. And you ain't going to, he not going to look, his daddy can shoot the ball, his brothers, all of them, everybody can shoot. Curry can shoot the ball as well. Klay Thompson, you don't forget how to shoot. Just because you had I'm pretty sure he was in a wheelchair shooting. Okay, I'm just saying. So, man, Golden State gonna be a problem, man. Y'all just mark my words, man. They're gonna be a problem. And just think about this, man, for a second. Los Angeles is like 9-9 right now. They're like 9-9. And I think a lot of people didn't think that Phoenix was going to be able to back up what they did last year, but they on like a 12-game winning streak right now. So they're going to be a problem as well. I mean, they are the defending Western Conference champions, so let's not act like they knocked the Lakers out last year.
JaVale McGee was a good pickup. I always liked him.
Yeah, I did too.
He's like a good come off the bench and he going to do what he do. He can block shots.
Olympic team.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like he's the only player in USA basketball history to where a mom and son won. I think I did that on the show or something like that.
Yeah, because one thing he always done is, that's why I was like, why don't the Rockets, like when we had
him for a
Hart and them and everything. I'm like, why don't they try to get to, because man, he perfect for the Rockets. He run down the court, but I guess he can't shoot, so they ain't want to get him.
Nah, they ain't want to get him, man. They ain't want to get him.
Perfect. Anyway.
All right, man. Today I got a new segment called Today in Sports History, man. Today is November 22nd, 2021. Today in sports history, the boxing title fight, 1986, 20-year-old Mike Tyson became the youngest heavyweight champion in boxing history when he stopped title holder Trevor Berbick in round 2 at the Las Vegas Hilton to earn his first WB heavyweight title. The champ, Mike Tyson. Number 2 on that list is Kirby Puckett. Rest in peace, Kirby Puckett. In 1989, the center fielder signed a record-setting contract of a whopping $3 million. Set the record. Highest center field player in the league at that point. Tell you how long we became, boy. Now you got boys asking for $340 million. Go to the next one. Patrick Ewing, they did, I looked at this picture, man. They did Ewing wrong on this picture, man. People don't even remember the Seattle Supersonic days when he actually played for them, man. Come on, y'all. Y'all could have put a picture. When you think of the Knicks, you think of them. Anyway, they gave Patrick Ewing $18.8 million for a 2-year extension. Record setting today in sports history, 1991. We can talk about that for a second if y'all want, man. Like, just think about it, man. People, I mean, what, Harden making like $40 million a year now? Like for 1 year? You pay $18 million for a Hall of Fame center?
Hey, that's what it was back then.
Hall of Fame, man. I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's just crazy how, like, the times of, Curry Puckett it was a record-setting deal, was $3 million, man. Like, like, you got these athletes, they like spitting in the face of $3 million, man. Like, yo, man, $3 million. Like, hey, you can give me $3 million right now, and I bet you I will gracefully accept it. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. What we got next, man? What's coming up next? Do we got the clips of the week yet?
No, plays of the week. All right.
Plays of the week. So this is Jalen Hurts, man. Channel View, Texas, baby. This boy, you talking about putting somebody on slippers. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my goodness. Now, people might not want to admit this, man, but he is in the category athletically like Lamar Jackson. And come at me, and we'll talk about that if y'all don't believe me. But the kid is just athletically gifted to the point where, like, he makes plays, bro. I make plays, bro. Shout out to Travis. Shout out to Bradley Roby. I make plays, bro. God, you see that, dog? Man, he just put his foot in the dirt and just like, man, I'm out of here, man. And then really, he went untouched. He went untouched. Man, come on, man. Mother Player of the Week right here, man. H-Town right here. Coming at your living room right here. Tyrod Taylor goes airborne.
Hot rod.
Tyrod, man. Giving it up for the team, man. It's always good to beat Tennessee. I don't care what nobody say. If we can go 2-14 and we got 2 wins against Tennessee that year, I'm okay with it. It was to a certain point. I don't want to go 2-14. But if I had to go 2-14, I would take 2 wins over Tennessee. Yes, I would. Because they stole our team. They thieves up there. I still say they thieves. Woo! Man, we breezing through this one today, huh? Say, nah, we not breezing through? Okay. Okay. So what's the post of the week? Shout out to my Cowboys fans out here. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's all right. Yeah, we can do it. You can do it. Yeah. I can just add that to Kick Rocks. That's fine. Yeah, let's do Kick Rocks. Travis McMichaels tried to pull a good old, what's the dude named Rosenhaus? Or what's his name, dude? Rittenhouse. He tried to pull a Rittenhouse on the stand. But here's the thing. Go to the next picture. Here's the thing. You can't be on the stand doing that when that's the last thing, when that's what got you on the stand. You're pointing a shotgun in the belly of a black man who was just running down the street having exercise, man. You and your 3 KKK members decided that y'all was gonna run and gun this man down in cold blood, talking about we're making a citizen's arrest. No. You call the cops if you have a reason to believe that somebody's doing that. You are not a cop. You are not trained. Miss me with that citizen's arrest. I hope you rotten HE double hockey sticks for what you did to that young man. All 3 of y'all, even the cameraman, like you. All of this is just totally wrong. If you go back and look at this, I know I'm bringing up social injustice because I got the platform to say something about it, so I will. The fact, when somebody's running from somebody. If you've seen that video, he's running at a pace to where a jogger runs at a pace. They don't run. If you're running from somebody, you're running at full speed trying to get away from them. You're not running at a jogger's pace. He was running at a jogger's pace, not even paying attention to them, not even worried about them. And then they come into his domain, what he doing, and they take that man's life, man. So you, Travis McMichaels, and your 2 counterparts, y'all can do what?
Kick rocks.
Man, y'all can kick rocks, man. Like, for real. I hope y'all rot in prison and making big rocks into little rocks. How they used to say in the Navy. If you go to Leavenworth, Kansas, they still, to this day, they make little rocks out of big rocks. You know what that mean? That mean they be chopping them rocks up. Yeah. Like hard time prison. Yeah. I'll be working on the railroad type stuff. Yeah. That's what, like, see, I feel like it should be a special prison for those people. Those type of people who just, you know, you're malicious, you're scum, you wake up every morning with bad intentions, you know, lock them up all in one place and give them the hardest labor possible for the rest of their lives until they drop over and die. Real talk. Anyway, that's my only kick rocks for today, I believe, huh? Yeah, I only had one, man, because it's just, come on, man. Come on, people. We better than this at this point, man. But are we really better than this? I hope we are, man. Anyway, it's been a great episode today, man. Let's you got that one catching L's out here. Good old Cowboys Nation. Hey, even though I think the league is better when the Cowboys are relevant. You know, I think they're more. It just makes the league fun. I mean, because you know eventually they're gonna cowboy it up, man. And what they did last night, they cowboyed it up, man. They cowboyed it up. They came in that game with a big hype. You know, we just lamb blasted us Atlanta, like that means something. And then you go and you drop a dooski, just a big old fat dooski on the field last night in Kansas City, man. I don't understand the Cowboys, man. It's like it's like they got the talent. You know what though? I give them a pass a little bit last night though. They were missing Cooper, who decided he don't want to test for COVID. I mean, he don't want to take his COVID vaccine. So but he ain't getting as much burn as Aaron Rodgers for some reason. I don't know why. Like, that's crazy. Aaron Rodgers get all the burn. Kyrie get burned. Cooper, he just like chilling at the crib. Nobody said nothing about the fact that he can't play because he refused the vaccine. You know, I'm just saying. Nobody's saying that. You know, he gets the pass, I guess. Whatever, man. People pick and choose what they want to do. And then they had CeeDee Lamb on the other side, where you only got half a game from him, so you had the C and not the D. He didn't get the D. You didn't get the D. You know what I'm saying? You got the C, but not the D. You know. That was a good joke. I'm sorry, man. Y'all got to get the. If you ain't laughing at that one, man, I'm sorry, man. That was a good joke. And that was the end of the day, man. It was a really, really, really good show, y'all, man. I really appreciate you guys tuning in, man. And we will be back on December. What's next week? What's next week? 29th. So we're not gonna be back next week. It'll be the week after next. It'll be on it'll be out on championship weekend after championship weekend in college. Anyway, we will be back. I'll try to draw some videos and some nuggets, but yeah, me and wifey's birthday is coming up, so you know gotta make sure wifey stay happy. Alrighty, y'all. Tune in down the middle. Make sure y'all like and subscribe, man. And get back at us in a couple of weeks. Holla at you. Hey, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Down the Middle with AC Martell. For more original sports content, remember, go like and subscribe our Facebook and YouTube pages, okay? And remember, I am not a broadcaster. I am not a journalist. I'm just a fan with a mic.